You've got questions, we just happen to have the answers. This is the Voice Box.
Sophia on Facebook, the best advice I was ever given was probably by Paul McCartney. And hang on a second, I'm just going to pick up that name after dropping it. He basically said that when you go into a stadium, your performance doesn't have to be 80,000 times better than it normally is. You just do what you do and bring them onto the stage with you. You could hear a pin drop when he was telling the story about what would he say to John Lennon if he was here today. And to hear 80,000 people just silent, that was it. I was like sold. I was like, that is it, I'm doing that from now on. Oh, the first time I heard one of the songs on the radio, it was quite funny. He was crossing the road and there was this car full of hoodlums came up. They all had hoods up, there was smoke coming out the windows and everything. They were all giving me like the eyes, like, who's this guy? And I realised that the song that they were listening to and nodding away was my song. It was We Cry. It was so funny. They went on, they didn't know, but that was actually the first time I ever heard the song on the radio. Hayley on Twitter asks, when did I realise I could sing? I grew up in a house full of musicians, and it wasn't so much you were fighting for attention, it was more you were singing for attention. But it was a very natural thing for me. My very first gig, it was at this place called the Peanut Party, and it was basically the peanut party because you got paid in peanuts. It was me and my sister. I'd wrote a few songs, maybe 3 songs. The first 3 songs I ever wrote. One song was called I Want to Be With You. It was this horrible little ballad that I was singing to some 16-year-old girl. Looking back on it and going, wow, the songs I actually sounded pretty good back then. You know, it was more my sister sounding good than me though. How you doing, Melissa? I think I'm going to throw the biggest party and none of the others are invited.